Okay, here's a question. Can I ride up this? Alright, so we're on the next stop of the iHatePedaling tour, and we're over at VBN, which is Vallee Bras du Nord. VBN is a little bit complicated. There's like two sectors. You have the St. Ramon section, which is kind of like closer to town, and then you drive out here into the Shanahan region, which is what most people are coming to ride. Alright, so I've never done this climb, but this is the way you get up. So right now I have the bike in eco mode, and yeah, we have a climb ahead of us. This video was very poorly explained in the moment, so I'm going to try to explain that now. We are over at VBN and we're going to be doing a sponsored video for Amflow, and I'm going to be doing this entire video riding the Amflow PL Carbon Pro e-bike. They asked me to put this bike through the paces and showcase what this bike was capable of, and I thought VBN is a perfect location. So we're going to be starting off by riding the bike park side, which has snappy turns, big jumps, and all that stuff that you'd expect from a bike park. Then, once we're done with that, we're going to be making our way over to the Enduro sector and riding the Legend. Now, the Legend is a double black trail. It's super technical, and the trail goes through a river. So we're going to be riding that, and I think it's a perfect location to showcase what this bike is all about. All right, we just made it to the top. It was about a 30-minute climb. We did that in eco mode, so you could probably blast up it in boost mode. So you can shuttle this. If you follow this path, it'll bring you to a work road. But yeah, you can shuttle it with a truck. This time we decided to bring our own shuttle vehicles. For now, we're gonna do probably one of the best blue flow trails I have ridden. All right, shreddy ready. Scrub this. I think I hit that rock.
So did you jump over the roof?
I went to inside there. I'm curious to know if I can just pump up the tire and call it good, or if I'm going to have to...
Coming out.
Yeah.
Find it.
I'm doing something I haven't done in like 20 years. I'm gonna run a tube. I swear I hear a leak. Yeah. The tube's flat. Okay, so we brought 2 spare tubes. We know for a fact that this one's no good because, yeah, that. I had these in the plastic tote in our garage, and apparently mice have decided to
have a rubber snack.
Have a snack. Okay, so last option is putting that tire on. Let's see if this thing wants to see. Sounds good. All right, so we're back up and running. Now, let's make our way back to the top. All right, this time we're going to go to top on the road. So, let's see how long this takes us. So that guy that we just passed, that's Phil. He's one of the trail builders, trail stewards out here. He showed us around last time when we were here. Awesome dude. We actually got a chance to catch up with him in the parking lot right before we started riding. All right, we made this up in record time. Well, we could have gone even faster, but that time was definitely under 10 minutes. Yeah. Let's try this again. This time I promise not to try to crash. not complaining about having to ride the trail again. Okay. Sweet. Made it through that. Woo-hoo-hoo. This dirt has like quite a bit of sand to it. Both ways. I love that pool. So many little doubles on this. Got a triple here. Whew. So we actually rode this earlier today. And I just wasn't vibing with the trail. My energy wasn't there. And the trail was like way more slippery. So I'm way more vibing with the trail right now.
Oh yeah, the dirt, everything about it feels so much better.
All right, now we're jumping on to Kraken. And we're gonna stay on Kraken. You can jump off of this onto the lower part of Octopus. Oh, I had seen that. I didn't know if it was doable. Oh my God. Phil, remember how to ride a bike. Step one. I must have found like a soft spot. Okay, I rode that like crap, but I think, yeah, I want to try to pop out of that one and into this one. Man, that's blind. That's pretty blind. And like, I know I can do it. It's just like those two rain ruts right here.
Yeah, those are pretty significant.
Don't inspire the most confidence. Casing this one wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
All right. I don't need too much speed. Now this. Ho ho ho. Because it's like it's hard to tell, but it's off camber, and you're still turning.
Yeah, that's right. I can see it.
You're still turning.
Yeah.
Okay, encore. Woo! Hell yeah! That was tricky, but good. All right, let's fix divots. I maxed out the range of motion my butt would allow the bike to go. That's why I like usually riding medium frames, is because you can drop the seat lower and you have a little bit more wiggle room. I'm currently on a size large because that's all they had at the time. I can make it work. I just have to run a shorter stem. So, but I typically like medium frames because like I run a longer stem, so I run a 55 mil stem. I find it a little bit better for East Coast terrain. You have more weight on your front wheel. We are making our way back to the top. This time we're gonna do Godzilla. Godzilla has like a bunch, it's broken up into like 3 to 4 different sections, and they progressively get harder and bigger as you go down the trail. The further down you go, the darker the Godzilla sign gets. So like right here, it's like, it's dark but not super dark. But the next time we see this Godzilla sign, it will be a little bit more burnt. And the last one is like the darkest. That was just kind of like give a little indication that the trail gets harder and harder as you go down it. That's a good jump. That's a really fun jump. I think so. This would be a cool shot, and I think filming from the Kraken.
Kraken.
Alien is MVP today. It's hard to trust that one. It's such a big wall. Oh yeah, that's this thing. Those turns feel so good. That jump always intimidates me, but it's not that bad. So, apparently they've redone a lot of this climb. We were talking to one of the builders on the way out here, and he said that they were in the process of redoing this. And, well, I think I'll be walking this. He said it was soft.
Yeah, I think it was soft.
And I would agree with him. Now, I probably could ride through this, but this is obviously very, very fresh. However, I don't really feel like leaving a bunch of ruts for them to clean up. It's the official way of getting mud off your tires. Okay, I did you guys a favor and edited out most of the climb. We were climbing for about 50 minutes. All right, before we descend, I want to talk a few things about this bike. This bike is pretty interesting. It's got a few different modes. You got eco, you got auto, you have trail, turbo, and then you have another option which is called boost. And as you can see, there's a timer because it only lasts for about 30 seconds. Now this is a touchscreen, so you can play around with this, change some of your settings. If you go right here and then you go to assist modes, you can change how much assistance. You can go dial it back down to a 3. You can change the max torque. There's a lot of cool things you can do from the touchscreen right here. I'm gonna put in auto because I find that auto gives me the right amount of assist for what I'm looking for, basically anywhere. So it does a pretty good job. Not too much, not too little. We should be good to go. You good?
I'm ready.
Cool. All right, let's have some fun. All right, so it's rained a bunch, so it is a little bit greasy out. Luckily, most of these rocks have some pretty good grip. Oh, I forgot to shift. I don't know if that was the smoothest line ever. This trail is so cool. A little mossy here, take it nice and easy. Dry dirt, stay on it. That's such a fun section of trail. Okay, here's a question. Can I ride up this? Let's give that a go. Hell yeah. You're going the wrong way. There's no way I'm making that. I don't know how well the video does that stuff justice, but that stuff's really challenging. It's steep, it's rocky, it's off camber, it's wet, it's loose. So like you're really having to fight your way down and pick and choose a line. I love that kind of riding because it really keeps you on your toes. And I think it's a great way to showcase what this bike, the Amflow, is capable of. So in the description, I'll leave a link to a video that does a full overview of this bike. And I'll talk about some of the quirks, some of the pros, some of the cons, and some of the changes I've made to my own personal bike. Now that I'm done with these 2 videos, I will retain this bike, so you'll see it in future videos. I've enjoyed really riding. There's a lot of things that it does really well. So if you want to find out anything about this bike, be sure to click that link in the description. But that's where we're going to leave off this video, and we're going to move on to our next destination as part of the I Hate Pedaling tour. And I'll see you guys there. Peace!